Jumble sentence I thought was again pretty easy. I had given a clear explanation. So I'm just going to quickly rush through this. F, D, B, A, C, E. Let's quickly figure this and move out, right? The context is set with termite colony being the central idea or the main theme of the context, right? Because everything is talking about invading the colony, talking about the queen of the colony, the hump, termites, okay? So having said that, we all understand F is our topic sentence, we agree to that. And then we said the F, the clue word in F itself is hump, and that kind of leads us to FD being a link. The hump is alive, right? Pay attention to the definite article the. Always remember in terms of sequencing. Those of you who don't know what a termite is, anybody? What's a termite? I was assumed everybody knew what termite was. They are insects, right? I think they belong to the cockroach family, if I'm not wrong. Basically, termites kind of feed on wood. That's their source of food. And they normally, they eat away trees and they eat away white ants. Wood-eating insect, yes. So FD is a link, hump being your clue word, and the being the definite article. Usually when you have the definite article the, you would have introduced that particular subject, and when you're referring to the same subject, that is when you use the definite article. So that's a clue for you, FD being a link. How is D be a link? In D, if you say, it talks about two types of termites, worker termites, soldier termites. And then again, in B, if you notice, it says what happens with the proportion of these worker and soldier termites. So the proportion of soldiers to worker remains roughly the same, so that the queen and workers. So again, the expanding on these two particular entities, worker termites and soldier termites, that's a link for you. DB. BA, how is BA a link? A also refers to how that proportion or the balance is maintained. So that's your link for BA, right? Proportion and balance are synonyms. How is AC a link? So since we are talking about the proportion of these two guys and how, hungry predators can unsettle that balance. And after that, C talks about, even though the hungry predators unsettle the balance, who restores it back? The immobile queen. But though this happens, who is restoring the balance back? The immobile queen. What does she do? It expands on that, AC. And then we left with E. And E kind of sums up everything, saying, how can we account for her mysterious? So her mysterious ability is referring to the queen, to events on the distance surface, and that's how the sequence is. So if you got this sequence right, you get the answers also right? So in terms of bringing closure to this, second is D, fifth one is C, first one is F, fourth one is A, and third one is B. That's it. Okay. So the markets, cities, civilization on the average of globalization poised to, okay, this was the jumbles, right? So Monica's question is, ma'am, please explain, not able to crack it. Okay, so let's quickly look at the context. Markets, cities, civilization. So this is where it started. That was the topic part that was given to us. On the average of globalization poised to is P. The slow ascent to where he is today poised is Q. It is in this order that primitive man made, that is R. Achieve universal property? Spelling typo error wrong. Achieve universal property and abundance. So we have 5 options. Let's see. So whenever you have comma and a list of series, right? Whenever you have a list of series, the immediate connect that you can make is, if you look at P, Q, R and S, what do you think can be the logical connect? Or think of any two links that cannot be separated. Okay, let's look at possible links. Okay, I have people are giving me different versions of this. Now, on the average of globalization poised to, remember when I have some clue words for you, okay. Poised means what? Prepared for action, right? At least in this context. So someone is poised to do something. I need a verb after to. Okay, the only option after P that I can quickly connect to in terms of a verb is definitely not Q, because Q starts with it. The only thing that I can make sense to connect is which one? S. To achieve, to do is on the global, poised to do what? To achieve universal property and abundance. So for me, PS is a link. Why? Because of this clue word poised, to do something, and the verb that follows is in S, achieve. So that's a link for me. Also, what is this he referring to? The slow ascent to where he is today. Who is that he? The he is referring to who? The man, right? Primitive man. The he is referring to the primitive man. So having said that, if I'm saying PS is a clue, is a link, and RQ is a link because of he referring to primitive man, I need to figure out in what order can I put this so it will be correct. If you look at the options, PS is here, RQ is here. PS is here, RQ is here. I think D and C are repeat options. But D gives me RS and PQ, out, eliminate. Again, E gives me PQRS, eliminate. I have to choose between A or B. I think B and C is a repeat or something is wrong. Now, I need to decide after markets, cities and civilization, should it start with P or should it start with R? That's what I need to figure out, right? Now, what will it be? I want you to pay a little attention and tell me what can it actually be. Another clue for you is the list of CDs, markets, cities, civilization. It is in this order, or it is in this order that primitive man made, what did he make? A slow ascent to where he is today, poised on the average. Notice this point, okay? Right? Notice this point. Here there is also poised, but there is no to verb, right? So poised, prepared for action, what? On the average of globalization, poised to do what? Achieve international. So the right sequence is not PSRQ, but RQPS, option A. Now let's go back and look at it and make sense of it. Market, city, civilization. It is in this order. What order they are referring to? This order. Market, city, civilization. It is in this order that primitive man made, what did he do? He made the slow ascent to where he is today. Poised on the average of globalization. Poised to do what? To achieve universal property and abundance. Okay? So this is where you can make silly mistakes like this. So the answer is RQPS.